It's been many moons since Lauren and Sheila's heyday, and by that we mean the constant torment and battles, but it appears it's not all in the rearview mirror. A classic interaction between the two, one that longtime Young and Restless viewers will undoubtedly still remember, is about to make a comeback, with a twist. It was a double shock when Lauren Fenmore not only ended up trapped in a bomb shelter with no way out, but landed in the terrifying scenario with none other than her sworn enemy and tormentor, Sheila Carter. As Young and Restless fans from back in the day will recall, Lauren and Sheila were forced to work together to stay alive until they could be rescued. It was fascinating to watch them have it out and reach the conclusion that they had no choice but to set aside their hatred of each other in order to survive. Eventually, Paul Williams saved the day, and they went back to business as usual as far as their dynamic was concerned. Sheila and Lauren haven't crossed paths in many years, and that's probably for the best. But the scenario we just described is set to make a comeback, with two different characters who also have a history of animosity between them, although certainly not on the same level. Young and Restless viewers who have been following along know that Phyllis went radio silent in a recent episode, which most would agree is uncharacteristic. Daniel and Summer grew concerned when she failed to respond to their calls and texts and didn't show up for a breakfast she planned with them, and alerted Chance, thanks to the previews, and Josh Griffith teasing Phyllis and Sharon landing in a life-or-death situation. We know that it will be revealed that Sharon also went MIA at the same time. We had already guessed at Phyllis' fate, given that Ian Ward is presumed dead but actually on the loose, but now it appears the former cult leader may have gotten his claws into the woman he targeted in the first place in a twisted attempt to reconnect with her daughter Mariah. In the process, Phyllis' daughter-in-law was murdered and a drugged Sharon framed her rival's son, Daniel, for the crime. Suffice it to say that the redhead, although making an effort to move on, hasn't forgiven the blonde, not by a long shot. So if Phyllis and Sharon have both been kidnapped by Ian, we're about to get a variation on the old Lauren/Sheila in the bomb shelter scenes, where the trapped rivals will have plenty of time to say what they need to say, given they will be each other's captive audience. Eventually, they'll come to the realization that they need to depend on one another to survive and or escape, and will begin to cooperate, which should lead to the pair reaching an understanding of some sort ahead of the inevitable rescue. As for who will save Sharon and Phyllis, we'd be shocked if it wasn't Nick leading the charge, with an assist from Chance and Victor's team, as we'd expect the mustache will be alerted to the fact that Ian didn't die just in time for all of them to put the pieces together. We fully expect Farhan to survive, as Lauren and Sheila did, but there's going to be a lot of drama with the two of them locked in a confined space together beforehand.